TYS-Dandadan, episode 17. So, episode starts off with Seiko performing the ritual of the evil eye that's trapped inside Taro. They're trying to get rid of it for Gigi's sake, and it keeps failing because the evil eye spirit is too strong, even though it's just a baby. So, it is kind of like, man, they really got in way over their heads, or Seiko didn't realize how dangerous this mission was. I think she even pointed out that she didn't realize that they were going to be in such peril. But one of my favorite parts about this episode is that we get Ira to come back and kind of rejoin the group. She kind of decides to partake in the festivities of the meal, the meal before after every major fight in every major shonen. Typical type of thing where like food bonds people. So every time they complete a mission or they complete a task, they can just get food and just reminisce and regroup a bit. But yeah, everybody's celebrating a hot pot, even Ira, and she kind of makes fun of the fact that Chiquita is there, and then after she hears how he sounds, she kind of warms up to Chiquita. So it's really cute bonding moment, like mother finding her lost son. Really great stuff. And then we find out that there's also like an interesting uh thing that's happening with Gigi, where like he is now in a state where like if he gets splashed by different temperature water, he shifts. So like if he gets done in by cold water, he automatically changes into the evil eye, and if he gets dosed by hot water, he turns back to Gigi. So it's kind of like the and Rama one half effect that's happening, kind of. And they even make a reference in the episode, which is I thought was really dope about the anime. Really interesting seeing all that, and I love that this basically makes them realize, oh, we just gotta carry hot water around, so like Gigi doesn't really have to turn back into that and be something he's definitely not, or something that he'll regret. But of course, we have Turbo Granny that's also kind of warning them that, listen, what you guys are facing is a spirit close to like the gods. Essentially, it's like there's like different levels of spirits, and evil eye will eventually reach a pinnacle level where it'll it'll surpass anything they've ever faced, and it'll be too much for them. They're like, she's like, the only reason why you guys are able to do the things that you are doing now is because Evil Eye is still technically a baby. He's just reemerged. He hasn't fully grown into his full potential. So they really have to do this exorcism ritual right away. And from here on out, I love that. Now Gigi has to be extra careful with how he watches water, so it's very inconvenient for him. So there's like a definitely like a nice twist that he can't just be willingly doing anything he wants because he did something stupid. So like there was a consequence to him letting the evil eye take over him and stuff. And then I do enjoy Gigi getting to see his parents finally come out of the hospital. Really wholesome, really cutesy stuff. And another like really cute moment was when Momo and Okarun were on their way back from the hospital with Gigi, and Momo was trying to hold Okarun's hand. I think the anime is really depicting the two as a very good ship, and it definitely goes to show like the love and care that the animation staff have, where these little moments get heightened, they get enhanced, and I love that aspect of Dandadan, just the romance that slowly but surely builds up to something. And yeah, no, I'm I really enjoy that the Kito family ringleader, or whatever, she doesn't seem to be human at all, right? She seems to be some sort of like alien or Terra creature or something. But the reason why she was able to live those 200 years, as we saw in the Evil Eye flashback, is because she's not human, and that whole Kito family disguise is just in order to blend in, to let others, for them to be part of society and continue on the ritual to raise these deathly earthworms. And then we finally have our crew back at school, and I love them just interacting back in school. Really interesting, and there was this thing where like they had to perform a certain like thing at school and nobody wanted to do it. Uh, and I and then I do love that there's also consequences for Ira from season one. So when Ira goes back to school or class, she was still not being taken too kindly. She was like ostracized by everybody because she made that rumor about Momo, and now it's kind of coming back to her. And even though she did the right thing, it she definitely took a hit in her popularity, all that stuff. So I think this anime does a great job depicting human interactions and human relationships and how closely they work and all that good stuff. So I really enjoyed that, and I enjoyed that Momo and Okarun kind of invited her back to a sleepover because she didn't want to be left alone with Gigi just in case she needed extra help because the evil eye is kind of like a menace. She definitely could not handle Gigi on her own, so having Ira and Okarun sleepover uh takes care of that, and she won't have to worry about being outdone or being such dire situations. Pretty pretty great stuff. And I do love that despite all the current circumstances Gigi now has to face, he's still very high spirited. He doesn't take things too harshly. He still finds the best in his current situation, which is just so Gigi, and I love him for that. And then we have the big scene of like the next feast with everybody around. Uh, and they make such a dramatic scene about passing the soy sauce because obviously soy sauce is cold, so like any small amount would turn GG. Which the first one was that they passed around wasn't the right one, so the second time Okarun did it, some did splash on GG's like forearm, and Devil Eye pops up and just like destroys the whole place, and that's where the episode ends off. So I really enjoyed it. It's like a nice 8 out of 10 for me